What is good, Raider Nation? What is good? Well, I seen the press conference. John Spyteck, PC, what's up, baby? All right, man. This is my thoughts. All right, I'm gonna say it like this. This feeling of having this whole new regime right now is really different from all the others, and I say this because I was being biased about all the other ones. With the Gruden one, I wasn't. I was hoping that he was the old Gruden and he was going to bring that old Gruden mentality back to the Raiders. But obviously, he was out in the game for so long that he thought he could come in with a different attitude and a different format on how he wanted to run the Raiders organization his way as being a coach. With Pete Carroll is a whole different feeling. This time, it feels for real. It feels for real because he did not come out and say, I want to build the team the Raider way. He said, I want to build this team my way so we can win. And if I can get everybody on board that thinks the same way as me, we are going to win. But if I cannot get everybody on board with me, we're not going to be able to win. And I like the way he said that because he was talking from the ground up. He was talking from the coaching staff all the way up to the higher heads. Because he said everybody in the organization, you know what I'm saying? They all have to work together. If they all work together, team. Remember the Untouchables? When one of them decided he wanted to go outside of the team and he wanted to do what he wanted to do, what did Al Capone end up doing? He ended up giving him the Babe Ruth. You feel me? Around the table. Well, we got a Don right now. The Don is obviously Brady. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, Mark Davis can't be the Don because right now, Mark Davis is the money man. He's the one that's going to give out the money and let the Don do what he got to do. You feel me? And Pete Carroll is the Don's right-hand man. Now, see, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not going to lie, I wanted Mike Vrabel. I really did wanting him because I like how he built the Tennessee Titans from the ground up. He rebuilt that whole team. He reconstructed that team, and he made it competitive. And then, of course, everybody wanted, oh boy, the one that went to Chi-Town, you feel me? Which is cool. I only wanted him because I like what he did to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But deep down in my soul, I wanted Mike Vrabel. Now, there's a reason why Mike Vrabel and Ben Johnson didn't come here. And I think all that had to do with Brady wanted to hear what Pete Carroll said is what Brady wanted to hear from both of those coaches, and it didn't happen. He wanted to hear we all work together as a team. We can win as a team if we're all on the same board. We're all on the same page. When Brady was playing for the Patriots, regardless of the situation that they had going on, everybody had to be on board. Once you get that one person that's off, that's not on board with you, then now you got a rotten apple in that whole barrel that's waiting to taint everybody else up. And That's when we haven't had it. We hadn't had no continuity throughout the whole organization as one. Pete wants to build that. He gets to build that. He gets to build a winning team. You understand what I'm saying? So with him and Spyteck able to communicate with each other, which I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to communicate with each other very well. You understand what I'm saying? Because Spyteck is already reading into Pete. And you know, Pete ain't going to tell Spyteck, I'm reading into you. Because he's already there. His knowledge is already there. He don't need to. He can feel you. He know what type of person he got within Spyteck. He can feel that. He's been around long enough. And, you know, and being from the Bay Area, man, you know, he got that swag. You know what I'm saying? You know, see, a lot of motherfuckers didn't know that Pete is from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? That, why you think he walked with that swag? You feel me? And then he got that, you feel me, type of attitude. You know what I mean? When you have that type of attitude, you can mingle with anybody and you can mingle with any crowd. As long as that crowd feels you, you accept it. But the thing is, Pete knows how to make people feel him. He knows how to make people make players want to play for him. And that's another thing. Spyteck brought up a very good point. If you don't want to play for this team, I'm not mad at you, baby. You can go elsewhere. But we want players. We want winners. We want someone that's loved the sport and that loved this team and is ready to put their all into it. That is something that has never been said by any of the GMs or any of the coaches, because Pete and Spyteck both said the same thing. You got to want to love the sport and play and win for the team. You gotta want to win for the team. You gotta want to win. You gotta be a team player all the way around. This is what we needed. We needed someone, or we needed a general manager and a head coach to make players accountable for their actions. If you're not ready to be a Raider, it's okay, baby. You can move on. We'll find another one that's ready to be a Raider. You understand what I'm saying? And then he goes, oh, I like how, this is John Spyteck. I like how Pete Carroll went about his way, to draft up and to do other things to shuffle around to get Wilson. What is he saying there, man? He's saying that Pete will do whatever it takes to get a quarterback. So we're going to get that franchise quarterback, we're going to get it in this draft, whether you guys like it or not. We're going to probably bring in an OG, and that OG is going to sit there and teach the young buck while the young buck is marinating all this stuff from the OG. And then when it's time for him to take over, he already know what to do in Pete Carroll's system. So, with all that being said, this is a whole new regime, everybody. This is something that's going to shock the NFL. That's going to shock Raider Nation, and that's going to shock every other fan base from different teams that they like. This ain't the old Raider way anymore. This is a whole new Raider team. Pete Carroll did say he knows what it means to be a Raider. But that old regime, that old mentality is history. We are in a new day and age playing in a whole new different era of football. So that's why I wanted Pete if we couldn't get none of the others that I wanted. But I'm glad that we did get Pete, because he's a people's like, in other words, people could gravitate to him real easy. I mean, he said, I had to sit out for a whole year, and me sitting here, sitting out for a whole year and watching my grandson and watching my son and watching this and watching that. Basically, Pete was soaking up game. He was soaking up game on how football is being played today. Another thing that that's another thing that was a dead eye. That was like, man, you know, he said something that a lot of the coaches that we have had, he said something different. He said I've been out for a whole year and watching how today's game is being played. Pete's an evaluator. He evaluates. He ain't stuck in the old system like y'all think he is, man. You think just because he has a 73-year-old age difference that PC is like washed up. He ain't washed up, man. I'm telling you right now, man, Brett gonna come out here and he gonna flip the whole NFL, man. He gonna make the Raiders something that people didn't think that he was gonna be able to do. PC about to turn the Raiders organization into a fucking franchise that we gonna be felt. You feel me? And we gonna be felt in a winning way. So they know when it's time to play the Raiders, it's time to knuckle up and we play some, you know what I'm saying? We playing some football for real, for real. You know what I mean? Pete Carroll's a game changer. I'm trying to tell y'all. He's a game changer. He's not like the rest of these other coaches, man. He's basically, he gonna be Andy Reid's competitor. Trust me. Because just like Andy Reid knows how to sit there and flow with today's generation of players, Pete Carroll's the same way. And that's what's going to make it better for the Raiders, man, because you know what? We're not going to sit there and be trying to play old mouth, smash mouth football, man. Nah. It's going to be excitement football. This is what I like. This is what I'm trying to tell everybody, man, that PC can relate to today's generation. Because he's an evaluator. He goes out there and, you know what I'm saying, he soaks up game. That's what Bay Cats do. We soak up game. You know what I'm saying? We might not be young like y'all, but we can soak up y'all game and try and fit in with it. We ain't going to sit there and try to milk with y'all the same way, but we can fit in it to a point where it's like, yeah, man, look, I like the way this old cat think, man. You know what I'm saying? He cool. You feel me? That's how Pete going to do this. And Spyteck, I like what he said, man. You know what? You got to have the best kind of scouts to go out there and find the best players that wants to play football. And not sit here trying to collect a check and just be like, I'm just going to sit. No. Spyteck say, I want players. I want players that's ready to play for this team and that's going to take it serious. That's what you need. He's been saying what I've been saying, man. You got to have good scouts. He said, I'm going to have my scouts out there doing their research on players. No matter where it's at. And if he finds that diamond in the rough, he's getting it. Pete and Spy, they on the same level. Now, when it comes to a difference, how they both gonna handle it. And I think this is why Brady brought in Spyteck and Pete Carroll. Because one could help one another think his level, and then the other one can make him think on his level. And if you can put them two together, You got some continuity in there that nobody's going to break. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole new thing. I was biased for all them years saying that, yeah, we about to be this team again. But one thing I have felt that I haven't felt before was some tears about to come down these eyes, man. Pete was hitting it. He was hitting that quarter for real. He was hitting it, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I felt it. I felt that Pete was being real. He was being 100. You feel me? And I like when he said that I want to get the people that I've already gelled with before, and I want to bring in new heads so that way they can learn the game right along with the ones I've already have had experience with. So whatever that may be, so be it. As long as the team is going to be winning under Pete Carroll, man, I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? So PC, man, and Spyteck, welcome to Raider Nation, baby. You understand what I'm saying? And let's get it done. Let's make it happen for real, for real. You know what I mean? I mean, you have my boy from the town from North Oakland up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know, number 24. Beast mode, you know what I'm saying? He from the NOLA, Ice, you know what I mean? He from Iceberg, you know what I'm saying? You know, come on, man. The North Pole. The TZ and the Heezy, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Marshawn Lynch, baby, was in there. He a diehard, you feel me? He a diehard. And you know what's funny, man, is that I just learned this today that Pete Carroll is a 49er fan. You understand what I'm saying? Brady was too. Ain't that something, y'all? We got 2 Hall of Famers that were 49er lovers but came to the dark side and about to make them 49ers pay homage to these men that we got because they didn't want to pick them up. So, you didn't pick them up, we picked them up. You know what I'm saying? We about to make some history going on here. So with all that being said, man, you know what I like to say over here is Raiders. And let's make this happen, y'all. And it's the loyal to the soil, and I'm out.